All right, welcome to The Explainer. You know that feeling, right? Your heart starts pounding, your palms get sweaty. Yeah, we're talking about public speaking. But what if I told you we could take all that anxiety and actually turn it into real, unshakable confidence? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do, using some amazing insights from TEDx speakers and coaches.
Okay, so first things first. If you get nervous before a big talk, I need you to hear this. You're not broken. You're completely normal. Seriously, even the pros, the people you see on the big stages, they all get those butterflies. So the goal here isn't to get rid of the fear. That's kind of impossible. The real trick is learning how to grab all that adrenaline and use it to your advantage.
So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you actually turn that fear into fuel? I mean, how do you take that shaky feeling, that little voice screaming run, and somehow transform it into pure energy for an amazing talk? Well, it's a process, and it all starts in one place, your mind.
All right, part one, master your inner state. Look, the whole battle against stage fright, it's pretty much won or lost before you even get near the stage. It all comes down to what's happening right here, in your head.
So here's the first, and maybe the biggest, mental flip you need to make. A lot of us think the audience is out there just waiting to judge us, right? Like a panel of critics. But you've got to reframe that. The truth is, most audiences, especially a TEDx audience, they're on your side. They're genuinely rooting for you. They want you to do well. They showed up to hear your idea.
Okay, this next one it's just so cool. It's all about the power of a single word. Think about it. When you're anxious, your heart races, you get a little sweaty. And when you're excited, same thing. The physical feeling is almost identical. The only thing that's different is the label you put on it. So instead of saying, "Oh man, I'm so nervous," try telling yourself, "I'm so excited." It sounds simple, but this little trick can literally hijack your brain and turn those jitters into pure, focused energy.
Here's another game changer for taking the pressure off. You know, anxiety just loves it when you're focused entirely on yourself, on your performance, on how you look. So the secret is to shift your focus outward. Think of your talk as a gift. You're not being tested, you are generously giving the audience something valuable, your idea. And suddenly, it's not about you anymore. It's all about the message.
Okay, so you're backstage, the minutes are ticking down. What can you actually do? Well, here are a few simple tools for your toolkit. First, deep breathing. Seriously, a slow 4-second breath in and a long 6-second breath out. It physically calms you down. Then there's positive visualization, actually seeing yourself succeed. This literally trains your brain for confidence. And finally, progressive muscle relaxation. You just tense up a muscle group, then release it. It's a great way to physically let go of all that nervous energy.
All right, part two, forge confidence through practice. So having a strong mindset is like laying the foundation of a house. It's absolutely crucial. But how do you build the rest of it? Well, that's where the real work comes in. Lasting confidence, that's forged through practice. This is how you build the muscle memory for success.
And let me be super clear about this. When it comes to the practical side of things, there is one thing that every single expert agrees on. There are no shortcuts. Rehearsal, and I mean thorough rehearsal, is the absolute cornerstone of confidence. It's the one thing you just can't skip.
You know that old saying, practice makes permanent? It is so true. See, the point of rehearsing isn't just about memorizing your lines. Not at all. It's about knowing your material so well that it becomes a part of you. When you get to that point, you stop worrying about what's my next line, and you free up all this mental space to focus on the real goal, actually connecting with the people in the room.
But here's the thing. Just mumbling your lines into the mirror isn't going to cut it. You have to practice smart. First, start early and practice out loud. You'll catch all the clunky sentences that way. Next, you got to get a live audience, even if it's just a couple of trusted friends. Get their honest feedback. And finally, you have to simulate the real deal. Stand up, use a timer, and, this is key, if you make a mistake, push through it. Don't stop. That's how you build real stage resilience.
Okay, part three, project poise and power. So, at this point, your mindset is solid. Your talk is totally locked in. The final piece of the puzzle is how do you make all that inner confidence visible? This part is all about your body language, about projecting that power from the stage. Just think for a second about the signals your body is sending. And I'm not just talking about to the audience, I'm talking about to your own brain. When you cross your arms or slouch, you're basically telling yourself to feel insecure. But if you stand tall, with your shoulders back and an open posture, well, it's wild, but it doesn't just look confident. It's a biofeedback loop. It actually helps you feel more confident.
And here are a few pro tips for really owning that stage. First, eye contact. Don't try to scan the whole room like a robot. Find a few friendly faces, one on the left, one in the middle, one on the right, and talk to them like you're having a conversation. As for movement, make it count. That nervous, aimless pacing we all do, it just screams anxiety. Instead, be purposeful. Take a few steps when you're moving to a new idea. It gives your words so much more impact.
Really, it all boils down to this simple idea. An open body creates an open message. I love that. When you look confident and open, your audience is just way more likely to be open to what you have to say.
So let's wrap this up. We've talked about the 3 key parts, right? First, getting your inner state right, that mental game. Then, forging real confidence through smart, dedicated practice. And finally, projecting all that hard work with powerful, open body language. It's a journey for sure, from being trapped by fright to finding your flow.
And if you take away only one thing from this, let it be this. Real confidence is not about the absence of fear. It's not about being fearless. It's about mastering that fear. It's about looking that adrenaline right in the eye and knowing you have the tools, the mindset, the practice, the physical presence to handle it. It's a skill, and just like any other skill, you can learn it.
Because when you put all this together, the focus finally shifts. It's not about your fear anymore. It's about your purpose. It's about the reason you wanted to get up there and speak in the first place. So the question stops being, am I going to be nervous? The real question, the one that really matters, is this: what's the idea that you are now ready to confidently share with the world?